it's been a friend of mine. I walked into this factory and I couldn't believe what I saw. And, coming from hospitality, the uses are unlimited. But, Maria, you're just talking about China. We are America first. We have to win this race. We have to win a lot of races, right? I got involved with crypto in a very big way because we had to win that digital revolution. We have to win robotic.
These people are so fucking corrupt and evil. Listen to the way he's just talking. We have to win. We have to win. We have to win.
In the United States of America. You had a great segment 2 days ago, Maria, about the robot in Beijing that was literally running marathons and beating the fastest marathoners by 7-8 minutes for a full marathon. I mean, these are in the very early days. We better be winning this race in the United States of America. We're the greatest economy in the world, and that's exactly what St. Cat's doing. And I'm telling you, he's doing a phenomenal job. When you go up and you interact with these robots and they fist bump you, they high five you, they follow your commands, you bring in AI economy, it's going to change industry, it's going to change military applications.
That is so fucking creepy. That is just so creepy. You fist bump these fucking robots. Like, for real, dude? Bring this back to humanity. Like, humans are what matters here. The human race, not these robotic, alien, fucking hybrid, humanoid, all that shit. It's evil. It's the mark of the beast. I truly believe it is fucking evil. And here we got these, $24 million Pentagon contract with Eric Trump Jr.'s. I don't think it's his actual company. I think he's on the board. I think he's one of the board members. So he's profiting, benefiting from it.
Hospitality. The uses are unlimited, and I think it's a very beautiful thing, but we must win this race.
It's a very beautiful thing.
The Trump administration and Donald Trump's son are getting money to help.
This is not a beautiful thing, actually. It's the most evil, demonic thing I've ever been alive to witness, is this whole AI takeover of everything. Every part of society, every part of the government, every part of these big corporations. Like, millions and millions of people are going to lose their jobs because of this. Millions of people are going to lose because of this. Well, all these millionaire class get filthy rich, way richer than you could ever possibly imagine. All of us, little goyim, little peon, the sheep, the herd, the cattle, we're all going to lose because of it.
Help the Pentagon build humanoid robots that apparently are going to get rid of human jobs, and it seems as though start to be used for surveillance. I don't really love that. Here's a little bit of background on what Eric Trump is talking about here.
Of course.
Foundation Industries Chief Strategic Advisor Eric Trump, the son of President Donald Trump, and company CEO.
See, he's the strategic advisor.
Joined Fox.
He's the strategic advisor to that company. So either way, he's going to be profiting off from it one way or the other. My mouse die? Yep.
Fox Business host Maria Bartiromo to hail the U.S. as the greatest economy in the world after the company scored a $24 million Pentagon contract for its Battlefield Robots project. Eric Trump, who is an investor in Foundation and was appointed a chief strategic advisor in March, appeared on Morris Maria to tout the deal, and the company's Phantom 2 technology, a humanoid robot it envisions could be deployed to the front lines in war and in heavy industry context. The company's humanoid robot, Phantom, is currently undergoing testing in industrial environments, including factories and dockyards in the U.S. and abroad, according to a Times profile from March, but is often positioned as designed specifically for defense-related use. Eric Trump did not get into the details of how the company acquired its contract with the Pentagon, but Time reported that Foundation Industries has already secured research contracts totaling $24 million in various branches of the U.S. military. So, to put it very simply, when we're at war, it benefits Trump and his family. Put it as simply as that. When we're at war, they make money.
Real quick, online privacy is more important than ever. Everyday scammers and bad actors are using personal information they find online, your email, phone number, even your address, just to run phishing scams or...
Yep, they all make money. We all suffer while they all make all this fucking money. They can't even... They could never even spend all this money that they have. It doesn't matter. That's not what it's about. Okay, so... what I want to see this right here. Yeah.
I think it's Mark Twain said that you can either be uninformed by not listening to the news, or you can be misinformed by listening to listening to
Absolutely.
the news. So
both.
This is something where you got a voice in some of these places, let's call them like conspiracy theories that you speak into.
Yep.
Like, what is one that you feel like today we as a nation or something we're duped in it, and
We're duped into false idols. And the false idol is nation, governors, senators, presidents. We feel they are our saviors. And you can be the most trenched in man of Jesus. You can be the holiest of holy.
It's raining, it's pouring.
But you will still
Aw.
be under the voodoo of people in the public eye, whether they're a politician, your favorite political party, your favorite pop star, whoever it is. You will blindly follow that to the point where you're willing
Don't be
to
jealous.
sacrifice your morals. Yeah, we should kill. It's a good thing to hurt these individuals in this nation and these people. They sell you hate. They sell you judgment. They sell you lust. They sell you all the things that you think you want to hear. And it's, no matter how grounded you are, most people fall for it nonstop and continue to do it. And it's, and we fall for it over and over and over again. And when they say, and I started saying, when they say, one nation under God, and
What
I'll
God?
stop right there.
What God?
Please define your God. that
Exactly.
you're speaking of.
Define
Because
your
the last
God.
I checked, every TV show is sexualized, glamorized, vanity, killing,
You're so cute.
ego. So
Greed,
money,
money,
power,
power. That's what it's all
positions,
about.
control.
That's what all these
So
people care
what
about.
God exactly are you? When you say, may God bless our country, may one nation under God and the dollar bills, what? Because you haven't, it's part of the voodoo trick. You don't say in the loving name of Jesus. You don't say in the loving God. You just say God, which is interesting because you and I both know there's certain words that people just automatically visualize. That's the trick. If I say, I'm a God man, you instantly think, oh, you must go to church and define what God. Oh no, I believe in God. Which one are you talking about? Because the one you're talking about doesn't line up with what you claim we're supposed to be doing. And that's a tough thing for a lot of people to swallow and understand. And I still get into this. And it's like, I don't care what political party you're part of or whatever. I'm now at the point where it's either an evil thought, and we'll put evil into judgment, murder, lust, whatever you want to put in there.
Yeah, some of the seedy stuff you saw and experienced, even with the stuff with kids, the pedophilia, all those, that craziness. Yeah.
Or I people are so like if we were to just talk about war.
Yeah, we're in one right now. Or
We're not in one. A person in control is. Not me. Nobody. When you travel the world and you meet more and more people, whether they're dirt poor, whether they have absolutely nothing, we all usually 100%, I say 99%, we find a common ground of humanity with one another. You just want to, there's faith and your family, and then you want to provide for that. And oh, wow, you had a mom who had cancer. Oh, wow, you have a child that's Down syndrome. Oh, wow, your mom has dementia. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And those communities have been broken up and they've been put into gangs. I'm in this gang. We believe in this and this and this. I'm in this gang and this gang. Every label is a gang. I'm this. Why would you label yourself? I don't believe in labeling, because now you're closing your mind to a sector that you don't even know 100% about. You don't know anything. You just join. Yeah, I want that. Yeah, I'm definitely like that team. No, you're your own individual strength.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not any different than what you described from the hometown and you being on the show and
So
coming back. Yeah.
right. So if we're in a small town, imagine someone running to your house and going, "Hey, there's this thing going on 5 neighborhoods from now, and we need your kids. They may get killed, but we really need them because this is it's righteous." And like, can I meet the people we're fighting with? Can I sit down and just talk with them?
So true.
They're evil. They're bad. They're really bad. And you're willing to just give your child or sacrifice your life? No offense, but the person telling you to do that is pure evil.
Yeah.
Because they don't understand the gift of life from God.
So
From this
true.
angel. And some tells me sometimes, if you're willing to go in and take someone else's child and send them to possibly get murdered in whatever name you want to call it, no, this has to be. Where'd you learn that? I'm a
So
news.
true.
Who told you that? No, I know a person that knows a person that lives over there, and this is a good thing that we're gonna murder.
Yeah.
Is that right? Oh, interesting. Huh. Wow. So you're willing to just, God gave you this thing to read, and now you're just like, here you go. I hope your cause works out. We got a little trophy for them. Sorry it didn't turn out that way, but hey, we're gonna build a little museum. Thank you. So kind of you to think of these angels, these gifts from heaven. And again, I always ask, where are we? Are you on the God line? Or are you on the devil line? Because right now, even the ones that say they're on the God line, I don't know. You're still being infiltrated. No, but you don't understand. It's okay to hate. No, you don't understand. It's okay. No, we're better because they, this, and that. Yeah, but I never met them. Thou shalt not judge. Did you meet them? No, but they said it.
No, but the news says they're bad. The news, they say they're bad. Iran's bad. China bad. This bad. That bad. Israel, ally. Good. America, we're the greatest nation on earth. The American government does the same exact things to their citizens that they claim Iran does to theirs, that they claim China does to theirs. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen over there in Iran and China and all parts of the world, because it does. But the American government inflicts the same amount of pain and suffering on their own people. The American government unalives their own people when it doesn't fit their narrative or someone steps out of bound. But because we hear on TV how bad Iran is, we're just led to believe that Iran is the devil. We need to eliminate Iran. We need to drop bombs on innocent Iranians. Because our greatest ally, everything they say just goes. That's just how it is. What they say goes. What they want, we give them. We provide them billions of dollars in military aid and other aid every year. America is a controlled nation. We are not controlled by the American people. We are controlled by foreign entities. If that's not clear to people, I don't know how. And if you don't see that now, I fear that you are never going to wake up to what this truly is, what is happening. We are at war, spiritual, emotional, intellectual. We are at war. And it's us against them. It's we the people against every single other government, every single other entity that controls a certain population of people. It's us, the people, against them. It is. It truly is. And what they are doing to us, they don't want us to be aware of. And the more enlightened we become and the more conscious we become of the exact realities that are being perceived to be by the people of what is actually happening, the more we wake up to that, the better off we have a chance. The more we have a chance of a better future and actually have a future for us, for the people of these different nations that so badly deserve true justice and true happiness and true joy and true freedom. True freedom. That's not what these people want. That's not what the elites and the different governments and the, Epstein class, that's not what they want. That's not what they want. They want control over all. One nation under their God that they believe, which isn't God at all. Man, I wish it was easier to just put together an hour-long video to actually just wake people up. And if just one person saw it, one view would be enough for me. One person becoming aware of what is actually happening in this world. The more the merrier, but just one person is enough. One view. That's all it takes sometimes, is just one view to help expand someone's consciousness, to help expand their awareness of the reality of this situation, of this existence that we live. That's what I pray. I just pray one more person becomes aware of it today. One more person is awakened to the truth today. That's what I pray to you, Jesus Christ, my Heavenly Father, my Lord and Savior, my reason for being here still. I was saved for something so much bigger than I could ever realize. And becoming aware of it every day, more and more, becoming aware of what the purpose of saving my life was. It's just truly such a beautiful gift. I truly feel so grateful. I have so much gratitude to my Heavenly Father for deciding to save me. Over these last 8 or 9 months or so, I have become so aware, so awakened to what is actually happening. I used to perceive things so differently. And it wasn't because I was watching the news or being told to believe one thing. It was because I didn't know. I wasn't educated. I didn't know. And I didn't care to know. I didn't care to educate myself. And then I became aware to all the different psychological operations that were being done to us. And I just wanted more knowledge. I wanted to educate myself, and I want to educate as many people as I can to the reality of this ethereal plane of existence, what we are truly under capture and enslaved in a system that is so fake. And it was literally created to enslave us in this system. The monetary, the fiat currency, it was created to enslave us in a system of a belief system that we will have nothing without money. We are nobody without money. Without money, I have no power in this world. Without money, I can't have the life I want. Without money, I can't have fun. Without money, I can't do this. It was created for that purpose, to control us. And there are many people it controls to this day, including my father. Money controls my father's brain. The way he thinks, the way he perceives things, definitely controls him. And it's sad. It's sad. At 70 years old, you just want the best for your own dad. And he can't see it because he's too focused on making more money, making his investments grow, making more money. But doesn't see the importance in just loving your family, loving your neighbor, helping those that are in need if you have the means of helping them. He doesn't see how much beauty is in that. He really truly doesn't. Anytime I do anything just nice for somebody because I want to, because I can, he doesn't get it. Like, he's so confused. Like, why would you help? Why would you do that? Why would you spend your money that you have, the very little bit that I have, on sending a package to somebody that you've never even met before? Or sending 3 packages to people you've never met before? Because I want to, Dad. Because I can. Because I can. Because I want to. I want to share my abundance of whatever it is that I have. Which at the time, it was just some tie-dyed shirts I had made. Just some bracelets I had made, some jewelry. It just made me feel good that I could give it to other people and not expect anything in return. That's what it's about. Doing good for others and not expecting anything in return. Just doing it because you can. Maybe you don't want to sometimes, but the fact that you can do it is all. It's all it takes. The fact that you can do it, that's all that matters. Do it. If you can help someone else, even if you might not want to, which I don't understand why anyone would not want to help somebody else if they see them struggling and they're able and capable of helping them, and it's not going to impact their life in a negative way, and it's not going to impact their bank account in a negative way. It's not going to make any change in their life in any way, shape, or form, but they still choose not to do it. Why? Like, why? Why would you choose not to help somebody who's struggling and suffering if you have the means of helping them? Just because you don't feel a pull to do it, you don't have a connection to them, you don't have a relationship to them, that shouldn't matter. All that should matter is that you care because they're a fellow human, and you have the ways and means of helping them, so you do. You know how beautiful that is? To just help someone because you want to, or because you can, or because you see that they're struggling and you're not. You know how beautiful that is? God, man, I truly live every day, more and more every day, by this statement: be the change you want to see in this world. Every day, I want to live that more and more and more and more. I want to be the change that I want to see in this world. So I'm going to. I will be that change that I want to see from my other fellow humans. Because it will make the world a better place for all of us. For all of us. I don't care about making the world a better place for me. It's not just about me. It is not about any single one of us. We are a collective consciousness. We are a collective consciousness of civilians, of humans, of spiritual beings experiencing a perspective from a human's experience. It's never going to be about just making my life better. It's always, to me, going to be about making everybody, all of our lives better, not just one person. And that's why I really can't stand a lot of these podcasters. They're so fake, and all they care about is like and share, subscribe, like and share for me, like and share for me, so I can get my name out there, so I can grow my platform. But it doesn't benefit anybody else but them. Nobody. It's so selfish. Like, I would never expect people to just like and share and subscribe to my content if I'm not giving you content that's actually worth sharing to anyone else. If I'm not giving you content that's actually worth liking or subscribing to or paying attention to. I would never expect somebody to do anything for me that's going to just benefit me. That is so fucking selfish and greedy. And I'm only ever going to put content on my channel that I feel is truly just going to help us as a collective to raise our awareness and raise our consciousness for a better future for all of humanity, not just one person. That's what it's about.
So, and I have to, whatever the team says, that's pretty powerful. And that's the, in my opinion, and my wife always says, don't you dare give the glory to the devil. I said, I don't, but I will say I'm impressed by his tools, but I'm way more impressed by God's tools.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, everyone? Jim Burry here. Tickets for my Find the Funny Tour 2026 starts in February, ends in May. Get all your...
Okay. Anyway, that's really what it's about. Just making our lives better for everybody, for the collective of humanity, not just one person. I wish more people thought that way. I really want to play this documentary. I don't know if my channel will get copyright striked, which I don't really care, but if I get one more, my channel will be deleted, and I don't really want that. I want this channel. I like having a channel where I can speak my mind and say whatever I want. And I don't care because I'm not monetized and I'm not trying to get monetized. So I don't care if my channel was to be taken down, but it took me 6 months to get 450 subscribers. And the fact that I can even have that is such a privilege to me, to have 450 people that actually trust me or trust me to not waste their time with content that's just full of fucking garbage that's going to corrupt their brains and their minds and indoctrinate them into believing a certain thing. Or that's just going to benefit me. No. This channel is not about me. It's about us all as a society. And I'll say this all, I'm going to repeat these words constantly. A collective consciousness of spiritual beings living in this human perception of existence, I guess. That's what it's about. That's all it's about. There's this documentary that was brought to my attention today. I was watching Polarity Josh, which, oh my god, he had there was an amazing episode, man. I should play that. It was so beautiful, such a beautiful. But someone in his chat said, I got gloves on because I'm getting ready to tie-dye some shirts. But someone in his chat was saying how, watch the documentary 2073. It's truly terrifying and eye-opening to what's actually being done. And I want to play it, but I don't know. I don't think I can. Hi, Oscar. Hi. Down. You stay down off me, baby. Stay down, babe. Here, you want to get on camera? Ow! Your fucking nails, dude. Ouch. Come here. Get up here, say hi. Come on, get up here, say hi. Jesus. Hi, hello. Hi, Cooper. Cooper is over here, wants to say hi. Cooper wants to say hi too. Hi, babes. Hi, big baby. Oscar. Oh, the big baby. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, you're such a big hog. You big hog. You're such a big baby. Such a big baby. You're trying to cuddle with me while I'm sitting at the table. You're such a big baby. You big baby. Oh, you nibble in my hand. You silly cute boy. You silly cute boy. Oh, you silly cute boy. You silly cute boy. Yeah. Let mommy play one more little video and then I'll come see you and get you guys your dinner, okay? Mama, come see you and get your dinner in a minute. I promise, honey. Alright, let me see this right here. I'm just going to play one more short video that will help us as a whole. I truly believe. Because I won't play anything else to waste your time. Time is too precious. Time is way, way, way too precious. I know this. I know this. Because I was given this second, third, fourth, fifth chance to live in this existence of whatever this reality actually is. So, I know time is so precious. I know this. I don't want to waste any of your time. I really don't. Let's see here. I'm going to play this real quick.
You see when you see weeds in the driveway. I'll show you what I see. Look down a weedy driveway. I actually see an apothecary or a medicine cabinet. Take dandelion, for instance. Edible, highly nutritious, and has a slew of medicinal properties. Detox herbs. Every single part of the plant is edible and usable. So all in all, that's probably one of the best additions to your yard. Right next to that, you have plantain. This is broadleaf plantain. If you remember the term plantain for pain, this is a pain-relieving herb. It's edible. It can be eaten like spinach or raw in a salad. Highly nutritious, extremely good for your body. It's good for your digestion. It can help you internal well, and of course, it's a pain reliever. Just off the driveway, this is called sow thistle. This will have giant leaves or flowers, just like a dandelion. And
I have that everywhere in the summer. Oscar, what are you doing? What are you doing? You over there rolling around on your back? You're silly.
Very thorny. This plant is also super nutritious. It's a detox herb just like dandelion, and it shares many of the same properties. A little bit of wild violet. Wild violet is a medicinal plant. It's good for coughs. It's good for pain. It can be used internally or externally, made into a tea or a capsule. This plant can also help break a fever. It's been used for thousands of years medicinally, and it's actually a really good plant to have.
The flu and viruses really spread. Check this out.
Hey, where's your air filters for the HVAC?
Let me look it up for you.
Things that you're not expecting that can be weaponized, disposable filters. If they want to spread the flu in California, they'll put a certain strain and deliver them to places like Superman in California. If they want to do it in New Jersey, they'll send another set of filters with a different strain there. All of it is designed to spread flu and viruses so they can make money. So here's the alternative. Here's what you need to do. This is the type of filter that you want to have instead of those disposable ones you buy with all the chemicals sprayed on them, making your family sick.
My teachers growing up were like, open your textbooks. Like, I don't care. Everything inside gets taken. You lie about the Holocaust, you lie about JFK, you lie about 9/11. So why do I even care anymore? They're like, you need to learn about Harriet Tubman. Does it look like I care? Cold War? Where was that? I don't know. Somewhere cold. Why did it start? I don't know. Yankees are always mad. Their northern attitude. I'm a woman. My biggest goal in life isn't politics, isn't learning history. I'm gonna birth babies. My biggest goal is churning butter. Really care about a Senate, Congress, President. I don't even know the difference. It's frightening. But I have no desire to know. I don't care. My biggest goal is to focus on God, because none of these politicians are coming to save us. This whole thing is a lie. Focus on God.
True. True.
Rolling. If you're like me and you believe anything is possible, then let's do EFT tapping for permanent.
I like this girl. I do this EFT tapping
popular
sometimes.
EFT tapping script that
I like it. I don't know. I just started doing it the other day, and it's just, I like it. Let's do an EFT tap
now,
real
and it's been
quick.
taken down by TikTok twice.
Ready?
So I'm not going to use any trigger words, but you guys know exactly the one I'm talking about. But we're going to redo it because I've used EFT tapping to manifest this house for free. I manifested my cup. I'm manifesting
I don't know
my
about
husband
that,
this year.
but
I've used it with clients to manifest money, health.
I truly believe that tapping. I don't know. Maybe
Health,
feel it.
pregnancies,
It rises your vibration. It really, truly does. I love it.
Dream house. One incredible manifestation was a $15 million donation within her business. So next up,
I don't know.
permanent wealth.
I don't
This is
believe
day
that.
18
I don't know.
of how to use EFT
I'm not
to
trying
change
to
reality.
attract. I'm not trying to tap to get money. Like, that's the actual, like, absolute opposite thing of what I believe is what we need. Like, money is not going to help us. Money is not going to fix our problems. Money is not going to solve all of our issues. Awareness, knowledge, consciousness, being aware of what the power we hold, the power we store inside of our consciousness is what's going to help us. It truly is. It truly is.
Make sure you spread the good energy of this video so karma comes back to you multiplied, and comment EFT.
See, and let me just do that kind of shit. Make sure you share out my video, because then you will get good things coming your way. Like, that's like a church saying, if you bless this church, Jesus will bless you. It's the same thing to me. It's a scam. It's a scam.
With Demi. So just repeat after me, tap right tap, and if you
I
can't do this now,
I
say
do
it,
love
come
this
back to
though. I do love this.
I am
kind of
making
stuff.
room in my body
I'm making room in my body
to download the money codes
to download the money codes
and the number codes,
and the number codes,
the specific number sequences
the specific number sequences
to gain permanent wealth. And if I feel any pressure or stress,
And if I feel any pressure or stress,
I deeply and completely release it.
I deeply and completely release it.
And this permanent wealth comes to me effortlessly.
And this permanent wealth comes to me effortlessly.
I trust my intuition.
I trust my intuition.
And I no longer overthink my power.
I no longer overthink my power.
The more I tap, the more
The
abundant
more
I
I
become.
tap, the more abundant we become.
And I have capacity to hold
I
permanent
have
wealth.
capacity to hold and share permanent
Because my
wealth.
energy system and my body
Because my energy system and my body
is a huge universal computer.
is a huge universal computer.
And I allow this permanent wealth
And I allow this permanent wealth
to come from fun, unexpected, positive avenues.
to come from fun, unexpected, positive avenues.
And I free my computer from any
And
malware
I free
or
my
resistance
computer for any malware or something
that would have affected these permanent
that
wealth
would have affected
codes.
these permanent wealth codes.
Let's go to the top of the head. Both hands or just one. There is only space within my body
There's only space within my body
for multiplied monetary codes and
for
gains.
multiplied monetary codes, and
Because I am making room within my body and my nervous system.
because I am making room within my body and my nervous system
To
and my
hold permanent
consciousness
abundance.
to hold and share permanent abundance with
To hold aligned,
everybody.
sustained wealth.
To hold aligned, sustained wealth.
To hold money that flows in and stays.
To hold money that flows in and shares.
That multiplies and builds
That
on itself.
multiplies and builds on itself for everybody.
I am no longer governed by scarcity programs.
I am no longer governed by scarcity programs.
I am no longer governed by
I
the
am no
laws
longer
of lack
governed
realities.
By, I don't know. I'm no
I'm
longer
so
governed by
excited.
anything but my own free will.
because this is the timeline.
I could do this myself. I am no longer governed by my lack of knowledge. I am no longer governed by my free will being given away. I am no longer governed by fear. I am no longer governed by fear. I no longer fear the lack of money, because I know that money is just a tool. I know that money is just a tool. It is not everything. It is a tool to advance certain parts of our lives. But if we're not using it to better our fellow humans' lives as well, then there will always be a lack. There will always be a lack. Because collectively, as a consciousness, we all deserve to be equal. We all deserve equal amounts of wealth. Because we all have equal amounts of free will. We all have equal amounts of sovereignty. We all have equal amounts of love. And we all have equal amounts of compassion. If we are capable to share with others, why not? Just do it. It's that easy. If I had stuff to give, I would give to anybody and everybody that I possibly could, because that is what matters, is abundantly together as a collective, being abundant and being secure and being aligned with one another. And money is not the answer. Money is not what I would pray for or try to manifest at all. It's just not. It's the last thing that I would try to manifest. What I would try to manifest, if I could manifest something for us as a whole collective consciousness of society, would be peace. It would be peace and joy. Finding joy in the little things in life. That is what I would like to manifest, which I already have manifested for myself. And it truly has changed my life to just see things in a different light, and different perspective, to be awakened to the reality of this in which we live.
Line where I have huge monetary gains.
Polarity. Okay, let's go to this for a minute. What's the one I just watched this morning? I love polarity, Josh. Let me find a short. Does he have any shorts? Polarity. Does he have any shorts? Are you crying? Don't you cry, babe. Don't cry, babe.
He served as a psychological operation.
Yeah, all these people are...
You don't need to subscribe to any of these ideas.
Ow.
Like, these are all different pieces of the same puzzle. Some of them fit together, some of them don't. But the ones that don't fit together might soon.
Honestly, if I could manifest anything, it'd be safety for the children and the animals. That would be what I would manifest, is just safety, security. That's what it would be. The children and the animals. For them to be safe and secure. And never have to worry about being hurt or being exploited. That's what I would manifest. If I could manifest something, which I know I can. I've done it before, but as a whole, collective consciousness of people, if we could manifest that together, it would truly be it would be the most beautiful, amazing thing ever. But we need to become aware first of what's being done to them. What is being done to the children and the animals. There are too many people that are just not aware. They're not aware of how bad they're suffering and how bad they're being mistreated, how bad they're being exploited for monetary gain. People are so unaware, or like just either unaware or they don't care because it doesn't directly affect them. And that statement alone is beyond disturbing. Well, it doesn't directly affect me if children are being sold overseas and children are being sold and animals are being slaughtered and sold for their meat. It doesn't affect me. Yeah, it does. Actually, it affects you. And because just saying that statement alone proves to me you don't have a soul. You have no soul if you honestly think that what's happening to the children and the animals doesn't affect you. They completely have degraded us and taken away. They have completely extracted the morals and values from humans, from humans these days. I don't know what happened. Why are so many people can live without feeling bad for other people? They can live without worrying about other people or wanting to help other people. They just don't care. They're so selfish. They don't care about anyone but themselves. And then when it comes down to it, it's like they have no morals. They have no values. They are such indecent human beings. I question if they're even human. I really do. How can you even sleep at night when you know what is going on in this world and what is truly happening behind closed doors and underground and overseas? And I mean, it's just so fucking disturbing. So disturbing that anyone can even live a life thinking that doesn't affect them. It doesn't affect them because it's not happening to them. I have to say, you're lucky if you live such a wonderful, amazing life. You've never had to experience any type of SA. You've never had to experience any type of being molested by anybody. You've never had to experience any type of hurt. I would say you're pretty lucky then. You're very lucky. Very lucky.
You know what I mean? It's literally building a jigsaw puzzle. You might put a few pieces together and you're like, oh yeah, that fit. That makes sense. And then you get a few more and you're like, man, this piece is wild. I don't know where this piece goes. It doesn't mean that piece between 2005 and 2010, I reckon, somewhere around there. I couldn't believe after watching it that I was like, wait, this happened over 10, 15 years ago. And he says at a certain point, there was an eruption of civilizations around the world that took place and essentially bloomed overnight. Now, if we want to talk about simulation theory or maybe use another video game analogy, again, remember, this is just a fun little theory. It's almost like a bunch of ET racers all agreed to lock in for a galactic game of Age of Empires crossed with SimCity. All of the players picked a certain point on the map on Earth to start as their home base. You see what I'm saying? Because they all look similar, right? They're not exactly the same, but they're all over the world. They all kind of popped up at the same time. Doesn't really make sense how that happened, but they're not exactly the same, just like player pieces are in a board game, right? They're different, but they're from the same set. Do you see what I'm saying here? Are you with me or nah? It's like, they all knew. Why weren't we informed about this before it started happening if it was just regular research? Why couldn't the previous administration tell us about it? Did General Pat Ryder lie to the public and say that he didn't know what they were? Or was the Major General of the Air Force not in a high enough position to be informed about research that had been approved? I believe that there is like a counterintelligence play being played against the legacy program and against the people who are behind this cover-up and who want it to remain covered up.
So you were running a counter surveillance operation against the very organizations.
That's a red team's best tool right there. So you play multi-dimensional chess.
Are you aware that since you've been the director, that when you came in, Department of Health and Human Services,
I was muted.
employees earning greater than $100,000, there was 51 of you. there's now...
That's another thing that bothers me. Why are people in our government making $175,000 a year when, I mean, my dad worked his fucking ass off in the mill his whole life and barely broke $100K a year? But yet our government officials, they're making anywhere from $175,000 to $400,000 a year off of the United States taxpayer dollars. It's beyond fucked. Beyond fucked up. And then with all the donations you get and all the, you know, big packs, the A pack, the C pack, the this pack, that pack. It's fucking disturbing. These people literally are bought and paid for. They're all just bought and paid for. And all they care about is making more money. You go into the government with 300 grand in your fucking bank account. You come out with $30 million? Like, how is that right? How is that fucking right? And nothing ever gets done about it. Nobody ever has to pay the consequences to that except we the people. The people, the American people, are the only ones that ever have to pay the consequences for any of this fucking shit.
Over 1,000. Over 1,000 individuals at the Department of Health and Human Services earn greater than 100,000. That's I think, darn near 500% increase. And so I've sat and I've listened to you talk about funding and resources and more dollars.
No.
But the truth is if you look at this and you break the numbers down, the department has become extremely top-heavy.
Hold on.
There's more dollars spent at the top in your department as a ratio than any other department. So when government employees with wonderful salaries and benefits are saying that they need more money, while children are living in tents with lice on a mattress on the ground, there's not an ounce of sympathy for that, Director. Now, I would like to believe that you take responsibility for your department, and I would like to believe that decisions like moving from 51 to over 1,000, earning greater than $100,000, is something that you just weren't aware of. Because I can tell you that in the taxpayers' world, the ones that fund those positions, that didn't happen to them in the last 4 years.
Right? Exactly. Good fucking point.
So it's the same battle cry from every department that has sat here. We're underfunded, we're underfunded, we're underfunded. $34 billion. It's doubled in the last 10 years. Our state budget has ballooned 40% in the last 6 years. Are you aware that since you've been the director,
all the fucking energy drinks are fucking junk?
McDonald's, right? Look at this. This is from the Book of Black Magic, right? The founder of here is a 33-degree Freemason. McDonald's, this represents the Arch of Baal. Look at this. He allegedly obtained his fucking money through satanic Masonic connections and influence. And, over here.
Fine, honey, girl.
The big arch meal.
Anybody that still eats at McDonald's, you're fucking dumb. They're literally poisoning you, and it's fucking gross. It's not real food. It's not real food at all. And I've talked to people and literally have like told them to their face, what you're eating is garbage. It's not real food. It's 3D printed, lab created meat. It's not real. If it's even animal meat at all, I truly believe that it's made of other species. But if you're still eating McDonald's, man, and don't care after you're told exactly what's in your food, you don't care. You shrug your shoulders at me and you say, I don't care. We're all going to die anyway. We're all going to die anyway. We're all going to get sick and die anyway. Yeah, but you know what? You have free will over your body and your mind and your soul. And if you can, like, expand your life and make it longer and make yourself healthier, why wouldn't you choose to do that? Why would you choose to just give that away and give it to a big corporation to take into its own hands to decide what they want to do with you? Like, it's so disturbing. This is what, like, the normalization of the normalization of everything, the normalization of hurting children, the normalization of hurting dogs and cats in labs, using them in labs to experiment on, the normalization of every level of indoctrination that they are doing to the children right now. They are normalizing everything. They're normalizing eating meat that's not even real meat. They're normalizing so many things. They're normalizing crime. They're normalizing being a predator because they're not doing anything to lock them up and make them pay for what they've done to these poor innocent children. They are normalizing everything. I won't comply. I will never comply with it. I will always be different from them. I will always. Like, my soul is uncorruptible. I truly believe my soul is uncorruptible. My free will is uncorruptible. It's just uncorruptible. There is nothing that anybody could do to me to make me be complicit with this kind of normalcy that they're trying to and just trying to push and trying to force upon us. Never, like never. You would have to take my life before I ever hurt an animal or a child. You would have to take my life before I ever comply with being like okay with putting poison in my body knowingly and willingly. You would have to take me out of this world before I ever just sit back and profit off of people and put profit over people. You would. It would never be something that I could ever. I could never. You could offer me $1 million right now and tell me, Crystal, we will give you whatever you want. We'll give you an animal shelter of your dreams. You know, the animal shelter you've always dreamed of having, we'll give it to you, but you have to sell your soul to us. I would say no. I would say fuck no. Fuck no. I will get what I deserve in the end. And if I put good things out to the universe, I will get good things back. If I rescue all the animals that I can, I will one day have my own animal shelter to be able to do more of that with. But I'm uncorruptible. I truly am. There's not anything that anybody could do to me that would make me sell my soul. No, my soul is... It's worth more to me than anybody realizes. Being conscious and aware of reality, or whatever, the matrix of reality, is worth more to me than any amount of money that you could ever put on it. And waking up my fellow citizens is worth more to me than any amount of money. It really is. People come first to me over everything. Profit does not matter to me at all. Making profit off of anything or anyone is truly it's satanic. If you're profiting off from other people, if you're profiting off from people just viewing your content, it's disturbing. They've normalized this content creator atmosphere, this influencer atmosphere where everybody just wants to be an influencer now. Everybody just wants to be a content creator for their own well-being, for their own gain. It's not about what they can give to others. It's about what they can gain for themselves. And that bothers me. Oh, man. Anyway, I'm going to end this and go take care of my, do you eat meat? I'm going to go take care of my dogs now. Let's watch this real quick, because this is real. 8 minutes. Let's watch this 8-minute video. Because it's real. I truly believe in.
Is your favorite celebrity actually
I believe
a clone?
this.
Although I can't give you 100% proof, I can show you the people in the space that have spoken about this, like Ronald Brown, Kanye West, Duke, and even this news channel Tom Dunn. There's way more, but these are the ones which we'll cover today. So getting straight to the point, there was this Onion news channel, and they made a video around 14 years ago about a lab that clones Disney stars. One of the people they spoke about, who is well known, is called Zac Efron. What's really interesting is you'll see the doctor saying that he made a mistake and says his skin will soon begin to dissolve.
Now this was Zac Efron. I've seen him before.
Yes, Zac was actually one of our earliest
My
ones.
daughters love him. I mean, he looks so real.
Actually, I think we could have done a better job with Zac. He could show more human tendencies. If you look closely, you'll notice there's a certain deadness around the eyes.
I do see that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to watch because all I see is all my mistakes.
Oh, he seems flawless to me.
Well, he's holding up, but there was a bug in that first batch, and as a result, Zac's skin will soon begin to dissolve.
This means he'll need to get surgery later on. This is where it gets weird and too coincidental. As some of you may know, he actually got plastic surgery on his face a few years ago now, and it took over the media by storm as it was quite a controversial plastic surgery procedure outcome. The fact that he did get the surgery just makes this thing feel weird and very coincidental, right? Now I need to show you this next rapper by the name of Kid Buu who spoke about how he got cloned.
Well, what happened with my first gen is they took the skull.
What he means by skull, by the way, is your pineal gland, hence why he'll be pointing there in the next few moments.
He initially had written in a will to the whaling movement that if something were to happen to him, they can ship the skull over immediately to Clonade, so they can remove a fragment of bone that's located here. And in this fragment of bone stores all of your memories and consciousness. And with that, they can make a sufficient replica of yourself, a reproductive version of you, including your memories. And you can be selective as to which ones you keep or don't keep. This process has been around for quite some time.
Come on, baby.
I won't say too much information. This is going to be broadcast on the internet.
People might think he's joking, but what do you think? He also did another part of this interview where he speaks about Gucci Mane being cloned. This isn't...
I 100% believe it. Plus, he did a interview with his clone right next to him one day. He literally had the guy come and sit with him on the couch. There's two of them. There's two of them. It's fucking crazy, dude. I wonder if he's gonna show it.
Many people are saying Gucci Mane got cloned as he looked different after being released from jail.
I think it's amazing that they even were able to make Gucci Mane. Right, because they cloned him.
Why did the guy say it so certain?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Clonade did. I'm pretty sure that was done from a separate company.
Everyone was saying he was cloned as soon as he got out of jail. He looked different. He talked different.
Yeah. Even his teeth. He smiled.
Right, he smiled a lot more?
Yeah, he did. Definitely. I like Gucci. I like new Gucci. I like second gen Gucci.
Second gen Gucci.
Second gen Gucci.
Hip hop clone, you're the second.
Maybe if there's others, I don't know.
Now moving on, we need to show the time when Randall Brown said that there are two Chris Browns, but one of them is on stage and the other is at the back getting pictures to make money doing meet and greets.
He made headlines again when some pictures came out that fans took with him, and it was revealed.
I urge you to listen to the song. Is it Hotel California? Hotel California, such a lovely place, such a lovely face. I don't know if that's what it says, but it literally says, it talks about what they're doing. It literally, people don't realize a lot of this music that comes out is so true and honest and blunt and exposing the truth behind the Hollywood cloning. Like literally they just switch out their, like, not their soul, but their, oh man, it's crazy. Like, I could get into that. I should do a whole episode just on that alone. That would be pretty extreme. Like, it's shocking shit, and I truly believe 100% of it. I truly believe they do this to these people to keep the money coming in. Once you become useless to them in Hollywood, once you become useless, or you start to become aware of what's going on and you speak out against it, they take you out, they remove you, and they replace you with somebody that will comply with what they want. And they just keep making money. Once you sign that contract, you're signing over your free will. You're signing over rights to yourself as a human. You are. And a lot of these people don't realize that. Like in Hollywood, in any industry, in any business, you sign on that dotted line, even like taxes, even like people paying their taxes. Once you sign that dotted line, you are held accountable for what you do and don't do. So if you don't comply with what the contract is saying that you need to comply with, you're out. You're out. Just like with the government, if you say you filed that 1022, there's so many different documents, and I don't know exactly enough about it because I do, but I don't want to speak on it because I will sound so unintelligent and it's just stupid. But once you sign the 1022 or SR22, there are a lot of different forms. Once you sign them, you're signing, like you're saying, like if you commit any false evidence, if you commit or represent yourself and anything that is on that statement is false, then you're held accountable and you can be imprisoned for not complying with what you're stating to be true and blah, 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 blah. Like there's so much to it. I recommend everybody go watch, this guy, what's his name? I'm looking for my mouse and it's not even over here. It's over there charging. This guy, Paymon. He talks about the tax, the ratification of the Tax Act in 1913, I think, is 1913, when they ratified the Tax Act to be able to take more money from the people. It was never ratified through all 50 individual states. It was only ratified through the federal government, but that doesn't make it legal. That does not make it legal tender. And people live in fear that if we don't pay our taxes, we're going to go to jail. So we just continue to pay the government to do whatever they want with our money. And if that means creating weapons to use against us, then that's what they're doing. which I believe. I mean, it's just fact. Like, it's knowledge. It's knowledge. There's a NASA war plan, and there's so much shit. There's so much black budget, black ops that they take our money and use for their own benefit, and then use it against us in the long run. It's so scary. It's so sad. But you can't live in that fear, in that state of fear, because that's how they extract our energy and our good vibrations and our good positive light. That's how they extract it, and that's how they flip it, and they turn it on us. And that's how it can be used against us, by allowing them to extract and harvest our goodness. All the good that we feel inside of us, all the positive vibrations, all the good positive energy, they use it against us. That's why it's so important to not waste your time giving your energy to something that doesn't deserve it. It's just important to know that how precious time is. And don't just give it away so easily. Don't just because someone's begging you to like and subscribe and share and this and that. They need to earn that. I truly believe they need to earn your likes and your subscriptions and your fucking shares. If they're not putting information out there that's actually going to help benefit the whole society as a whole consciousness, collective consciousness, then why would I want to share your information to anybody that I have on my other social media platforms that might follow me? Why would I think your information or your content is so important to get out there when you're literally just spewing shit half the time? You want me to share that with people I care about? No. Fuck no.
They paid $1,000 for a meet and greet with Chris Brown. Some people were surprised at this, and there was some debate as to whether people felt it was worth it, or is that a little too much?
He's the real Chris Brown. He's not allowed to get on stage. That's the only way he can make his money.
So you feel like that was like a lookalike that did that?
Do I feel like he was a lookalike in Chris Brown's body?
Okay.
No, Chris Brown is not that. It's just the same. It's the same thing with Kanye, bro. Not Chris Brown on stage.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not Chris Brown on stage, bro. It's not Chris.
So that wasn't Chris that did that?
Hell no, that wasn't Chris. No, that wasn't Chris that was on stage. Chris Brown is the one that's he getting paid any way he can to see if it's gonna go over, and it's going over well. Don't nobody know the difference.
Well, that was interesting. He's basically saying the one Chris Brown is doing all the performing, probably the media, and the other is just in the back, the real one who needs to make money by doing meet and greets, promos, etc. Orlando Brown also said something very similar about Kanye West. He spoke about this in a similar interview that Kanye West is fighting to be the real Kanye, and he also says he loves the real Kanye. Let me know your thoughts on this one.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. I love the real Kanye. Haven't we had this conversation? I love the real Kanye, but that you trying to get at me? It's like, yo, bro, like there's no competition. You're Kanye, bro. Even in your other body, you're still Kanye, bro. I'm Little Orlando, bro. You guys actually realize like how there's a taller Kanye, a smaller Kanye, taller Kanye. They're fighting for who's gonna be Kanye. They're fighting for who's gonna be Kanye, dude. Right in front of you. That's stupid, bro. You see Kanye 6 feet tall and then you see him small. You better catch a small, give him a hug, man, because he been through a lot being that body. He was just trying to teach that dude.
Oh, whoa, you okay, girl? You okay?
And that's what the real Kanye be in a real place, chilling, eating, no security. That's Kanye.
So there's two Kanyes. Now you might say Orlando Brown is crazy. So what I find interesting is that there was this time when Kanye West was singing, and while he was singing he said, "Watch how they clone me."
The phony will clone me. Just watch how they clone me.
So he basically put out there that he got cloned. Maybe he could just be saying this as a warning that he could be in the future if he keeps speaking out. As you know, he spoke out a ton a few months ago. I don't know, it seems like he's putting it out there for everyone to know. But what I find interesting is that no one really pays attention to when he says it. Now, when looking into it deeper, ever since Kanye West has made a comeback after a few months of being off social media, is that many people have been saying that he got cloned. This is Kanye a few months ago. This is the current Kanye we are seeing. Do you think there is a difference? Kanye did also say something about disappearing, etc.
If I ever went anywhere, we know why.
And he did wear a mask and hide himself for a while during his controversy. Now you may have seen this rapper or heard of him. His name is Tom MacDonald, and he released a song 3 years ago called Cloned Rappers. He basically spoke about how people in the music industry got cloned. I can't play the song here, but he mentions in the first line of the song how they take bone samples to clone rappers, which is similar to what Kid Buu said, by the way.
So they can remove a fragment of bone that's located here.
And then once cloned, they look different, which is interesting and adds up, as this is why earlier in the video I covered how Orlando Brown keeps mentioning how there are two different versions of the character. Now, I want to tell you something that's fully real and can be done. Or you can check this for yourself right now after this video. If you have a pet cat or dog or most other animals, you can literally clone them. It will cost around $50,000, but it's literally possible. So if you can clone animals, they can most likely be able to clone. Currently, there are no reports of human cloning.
They have been doing this for years now. They have literally been cloning animals and humans for years now. And we're all so fooled. We're all so fooled, and we all idolize all these celebrities. They're all fake as fuck. They're all fake as fuck. They're demon, satanic. They're Satan worshipping clones. Literally fake. They're fakes, and they're profiting. They're profiting off from us. Us liking them, listening to them, following them, watching them on YouTube, watching them on TV. They're all profiting off of it. And then at the same time, it's dumbing us all down so much as a society that it's so fucking scary. It's so scary. We need to wake up. Wake up. Wake up, please, people. Wake up. Wake up before it's too fucking late, please. Please, wake up. I gotta go take care of my dogs.
Being verified by scientists. For most places, it is illegal and cloning humans is seen as unethical. Kid Buu also mentioned this when speaking about a friend that supposedly cloned a girl named Eve.
I have a friend of mine named Sophia Bridget who's currently being faced for trial for criminalizing the act of Godonizing, I think it is, which is breaking the law of cloning someone. Wait a minute.
Wait, so you know somebody that privately cloned another person?
Allegedly, I can't say that she.
Well, allegedly.
I can't say she did it or not because the case is still open. She's 63 years old. I've been knowing her for about 8 years now. She's a part of a movement called the Alien Movement, and they're the founders of Clonaid.
And by the way, you can look up Clonaid for yourself online after this video.
I have.
It's a real human cloning
It's
organization registered in the Bahamas.
Which is what she works for. Allegedly, they say that she cloned a girl named Eve about 11 years ago, and that's what they're trying to trial her for.
So, is it like a machine or like how? I mean, I know it's not you, but I'm just saying you know more about it than I do.
Well, it's recreating the synthesis of DNA, so it's the exact same genetic structure as anything else would be. It's hard for people to wrap their mind around it because of consciousness and soul, right? Right. Some people who don't want to see past that, then they're like, well, what is it?
There you have it. People have different thoughts on whether human cloning is real or just a publicity stunt. The whole idea of celebrity cloning and what Clonaid claims to be able to do is definitely not certain. But I'll leave this for you to let me know in the comments your thoughts. Is your favorite celebrity
Whoops, I'm muted. I was saying I pray that we all just gain the knowledge we so badly deserve to have as a civilized